Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And we are back here with Lillian Lee. So excited to have her joining us today. She's doing so much with her Do Wonders charity, her hair salon in New Jersey, and we have some special guests. So let me have Lillian first introduce herself. Please, welcome.
Hi, Jill. So happy to be here again with you at the pod. My name is Lillian Lee, and I am the owner of the Lillian Lee Hair and Wig Salon in Bergenfield, New Jersey. I'm also the founder of a wonderful foundation called Do Wonders Charity, and it's a program that's designed to donate wigs free of charge to women and children who are undergoing chemotherapy. Today, I have a fabulous guest. Most of the young ladies that are coming to the salon to get a wig from Do Wonders are referred to me through the Hackensack Hospital, Children's Hospital. That's how we met this wonderful family. I have here Haiti Vargas, which is the mom. And we have my fabulous Haley Vargas. Hi, Haley. She's the recipient. And that is Dad? Okay, terrific. So this wonderful family approached me through the organization, and they got referred through the hospital, and that's how we work. Usually the patients, once they get diagnosed, they are informed about what is the process they're going to be going through, the chemotherapy, and all the needs they're going to do. So these caseworkers really help the families to try to get all the things they need to prepare their patients for the journey that they're going to go through. And one of them is about getting hair. And we get women and children of all ages. And sometimes it's surprising to me that young girls really want to have their hair back. So we have a wonderful young girl, which is Haiti. I met her when she was 11. I just found out she had a birthday. She just turned 12. Is that true? Yeah. So happy belated. I'm so excited. And Haiti is styling one of the wigs that we have in the foundation that we have in our storage. Our recipients submit an application and they submit a picture. So we can go with my team and try to design a wig that will be to their look, inappropriate to fit their head. And we were so blessed to have this wig here for Haiti. And
You would never know it's a wig. It's beautiful.
You can't even tell, right?
Do you mind saying hello and introducing yourself to all of us today, darling?
Well, my name is Haley.
She's like, it's Haley, and her birthday was yesterday. She just turned 12.
Oh, wow. So do you or mom want to share a little bit about your experience? We first of all appreciate you coming here, being so open and talking about this. And you really are helping so many people and inspiring so many others, young girls, young men, older women, you name it. But thank you for doing this for us. And I'm glad you're here through Do Wonders and with Lillian. So would you like to share your story with us?
She was diagnosed early last year. Was it last year? I think it was. No, it was early this year with what they call a germ cell tumor. It's something that grows, I guess, when they hit the age of puberty. Something that the child is born with. From my understanding, it's some type of like a birth defect, and it's like dormant their whole life. And once they hit that age where the hormones start to kick in, it starts to grow. We were able to notice a bump because she's always been so skinny. We noticed like a little bump, and it looked like very low. It looked like, when you're pregnant. Mm-hmm. So we saw the little bump, and she's always so tiny, so skinny. We were like, what is this?
Were you in any pain? No?
There was no pain whatsoever. You could touch it. You can move it. And I thought it was just that she was like constipated.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the area where your intestines are. Mm-hmm.
She was, at the time that they noticed the bump, she was on vacation with my parents in Dominican Republic. in Dominican Republic, since we're from there, we have a doctor that she has a pediatrician there as well. So they took her over to the pediatrician to get a complete workup. And they, I requested a sonogram of the ovaries just to make sure, because she just had the one menstrual period. And then the following month when she was there, she had nothing. So when they did the sonogram of the ovaries, they noticed the mass, which was tiny at the time, in the right ovary. It was consuming the right ovary. So immediately I heard that. They finished running tests there. They did a CT scan there. They did everything there. I went, picked her up, brought her back. By that time I came back, it was like there was a gap of maybe like 2 weeks from when they saw it tiny until I got here. Immediately we went straight to the emergency room in Hackensack. They took her right in. Within 2 days, she had surgery because she looked like she was already 3 months by the time.
The mass, it grew that much. So we're talking.
Wow, in 2 weeks.
Like how big? Could you show me with your hands?
It was 12 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
It was 12 pounds, very large, and it was like pushing up on all her other organs.
Now, was this in her ovary or is it outside of the ovary?
It was consuming the ovary.
So it was wrapped around it.
Yeah, so it had, it was on it.
Okay.
And then during surgery, she did lose the one ovary, but she still has her other.
Mm-hmm.
After they removed it, she was fine for about 2 months. Then on the third month, we went in for our routine blood work, and they noticed that the cancer markers were going back up. So they brought us in to get her scanned, and on the scans, they did notice that tumors had appeared in other areas of where the massive tumor was touching. So it had left like some residue.
Okay.
And, now cancer cells were now building on the surface of like the liver and things like that, whatever it was pushing up against.
Okay.
So right after that, the team had us come in, great team in Hackensack, had us come back in, and we started chemo within less than a week. She had 3 rounds of chemo. Each round consisted of 4 weeks.
Okay.
And after chemo, she was told she was cancer-free. We had our second to last surgery recently. She had 3 little, what they call teratomas, which are benign tumors. She had 3 that were starting to grow, and she had those removed. Everything else was killed with the chemo. And she's going to be having her port, which is what they use to inject the chemo. She's going to be having that removed next week.
Oh, my gosh.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
That's a great birthday present, huh?
Yes.
Wow. Now, during the time where the doctors tell you, I mean, clearly you find out your daughter and yourself have cancer. I mean, what goes through your mind?
Oh, tears, just sad.
Yeah.
We tried to, not do it in front of her, but she's a very strong little girl.
You could see it in her face. Yeah, look at her.
Yeah.
The minute that they told her, you have to get chemo, you're going to lose your hair, she was a little upset.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next. How did that part go when the doctors or your team, someone came to you and said, the chemo will make you lose your hair? How did that make you feel?
She was very upset, very, very upset. She didn't cry there in front of them because, she's a tough cookie. But as soon as we left the room, she just broke down, and, I'm like, hair, it's going to grow back.
Mm-hmm.
They assured her it's going to come back. But, not having that is difficult, for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started chemo, first thing she said when we went in there, and she said, let's do this. She was in there. She was getting ready to fight. Let's go.
Aww.
So she had that attitude the whole time.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad. I'm so happy to hear things are working out, and that you're on the mend. This is wonderful news. May I ask you another question or two? In regards to now, how did you learn about Do Wonders charity? How did you learn about Lillian?
Oh, the wonderful the nurses in the oncology floor in Hackensack, they were the ones that informed us of Lillian's foundation, and we're so grateful. So grateful. She's doing a wonderful, beautiful thing. The first time she went out after us shaving what was left of her hair, she went out and she had a little beanie on, and we went to sit and eat somewhere, try to feel a little bit normal, and she felt like everybody was looking at her. She really didn't, she sat in the corner of the little booth that we were in, and she just really didn't want to get up to go to the bathroom. She's like, I just want to go home. She didn't want to leave the house. When we went to Lillian, and Lillian hooked up with this,
Beautiful.
she left Lillian's salon with it on, feeling like, this is my hair.
Well, look at her. I could see that self-confidence, her big smile over there. And you would never, ever know. It's your hair. You cannot determine that it's a wig. And I'm sure anyone else would be astounded by watching this or seeing you in person. You would never even know. So it gives you that confidence that you lost back, right?
Gave her smile back.
Mm-hmm.
She was very, very down. And we love Lillian.
Lillian, so talk about how the first time you all met, when you got the phone call from them, what was that process like?
So, like I said, usually the younger girls are not so concerned. There's so much confusion with the diagnoses and what you have to do. Haley, I'm so proud of you that you just knew that you had to do the work, and you were brave and you were strong to go through the chemo and do what you had to do. That's just so brave. And I hope our listeners are listening, because that is the key in recovery, is to have that attitude. Her mom was very proactive in making sure that we got all the information we needed. When her pictures came in, we were just astounded how young she was and how small she was. So we had to go through a process of making a custom wig for her. So we sent how she had to measure her head. She measured her head, and, the questions back and forth, everything was via email. And when I finally got the wig in and we called her, I couldn't wait. So, you see preteens, some of them look more like teenagers, especially these days, these girls. You don't know who's like a 12, 13-year-old. And here comes this baby girl with her beanie, and very sad and quiet. And obviously in the salon, we're all wearing our masks. So I really couldn't see her pretty face. So I think she was a little scared, but excited at the same time. We just, I had the piece ready for her, and I cannot tell you the feeling of the energy of this child that reminds me of why I do this. This girl sat on my chair with her head down, her chin down, and as soon as the wig on, she was sitting tall. Mm-hmm. She looked at herself. She touched the hair. She couldn't stop giggling, which was great. And Mom was right there to support her. And Haley, why don't you share with everybody, how did it feel when they put that wig on for the first time? Can't hear her.
Go ahead, Mommy. Speak a little louder.
It felt like I was normal again. I was really, really happy, and I was laughing a lot.
Aw, normal, happy, all things that a girl your age should be. And it's amazing that a wig can do this for you. I mean, hair is super important. We've talked about this a lot with Lillian, and clearly the feeling of hair and how it gives you that self-confidence, and all of a sudden, again, you felt like your old self. Is that safe to say? Yeah. Yeah. And did you leave that salon with your head high and going out again smiling?
Oh, yes. She gave
So
it.
are you back at school or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So she's working from home on Zoom. So when your family saw you, I see you have your family right there with you. So let me ask him, sir. So what did you feel when you saw her with her new hair? Like, was it Haley again? How did you feel when you saw her?
¿Cómo te sentías?
Oh,
He mostly speaks in Spanish, but
okay.
I heard a wow.
Yes.
I heard a wow too.
Now, can I also ask about your friends now? Have any of your friends seen you with the new wig on?
Yes.
And what do they say?
They said that you look so happy now and not so gloomy and stuff.
Wow.
And that is the work that we strive to do, is to bring a smile back to all the patients that come in, give them that sense of confidence. I'm sure that this was like the next step for her to recover,
Yeah.
that she could continue going, and just being around your friends and your family and not having people look at you like, oh, she has cancer. Like, no. I'm good. And I don't know, but that wig makes you look so pretty and I'm loving it. So what we like to do is once the patients, now you're going to get your port removed, you're on the mend now. Now the next process is to take care of her hair that grows in. So then when you're ready, you can take off your wig.
And just normally, let me ask that question. How long after normally when you stop chemo, does the hair start to grow in? And does it take up to 6 months, a year? When do you start getting hair that's malleable, functional? Like you said, when it starts coming in, it could be all different places. But when do most of your clients, usually feel comfortable to take the wig off? Is it a few years, few months? Or I'm sure it's different for everyone.
It is very different for everyone. So the hair grows normally 1/4 an inch per month. That is the natural hair growth. Some people can grow up to an inch per month. It all depends on your metabolism and how your body works. From the moment that you stop your chemo, quick question, did she stop her chemotherapy already?
Yes, she did.
How long?
The end of September.
So you must have a little fuzz.
Yes.
Yes. So you have a little baby fuzz?
You want to show them?
You don't have to.
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
No, you don't have to, sweetheart.
You don't have to take off your wig. It's okay.
And what do you call that baby fuzz that comes in?
Oh, that's that first chemo hair. So that's not really her original hair that's coming out. Her hair is going to come out very different because her body is still filled with the chemical of the chemotherapy. So since our hair relies on our blood circulation for it to grow, once that completely leaves her body, her hair will go in a faster pace and it will come out the way it is. But the hair needs to be cut as it grows because that first 2-3 inches that starts growing out, once we cut it, you'll start seeing her natural curl. So it's going to come out very uneven. For some bizarre reason, the hair grows quicker all around the head, but your bangs, like the bang, you like work with the mullet for like 3 months. But I would say from here to the summer, by next summer, you should be rocking some hair that you'll be able to feel comfortable. Plus it's winter, so I'm sure that wig is keeping you warm. Right? So what's important now for Haley and for, like I recommend to all the patients, is to make sure you're taking care of her scalp skin. Make sure that you shampoo your scalp skin, keep it clean, condition it, because you're preparing your scalp skin to be in a healthy environment so the new hair comes out. And Jill, that's something that not only for regrowing hair from chemotherapy or from hair loss because of alopecia or trauma, or like what we're seeing now with COVID, so many women who are losing hair post-COVID, it seems to be one of the symptoms, is that a lot of women are afraid to wash their hair because they think it's going to continue to fall out. So it's very important that we shampoo and condition our hair. I do recommend that any product that you see over the counter, because this is a theme that hundreds of companies dedicate their scientist in trying to create products that promote growth. So she should be washing hair that promotes growth, and condition the hair. Conditioning is important because our scalp skin is an extension of our facial skin. So the same way that our skin gets dry, especially this time of the year, you want to make sure that her scalp skin is moisturized, especially when you're home. Do you wear your wig at home? You wear your wig at home.
She doesn't like to take it off. She's always playing around with it. And then she has the other one that you gave her that's curly.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I
she
forgot.
got 2 options.
She got 2.
Next to wear that out with her little
Cap on. Like, oh, nice.
It's a hat fall. So because it's back there.
I
Bring
see
it out
it.
so
Can you?
that way Jill could see what that is.
Thank you.
So a hat fall is like a cap of a regular wig without hair on the top. So that way you could put a hat. Look how cute.
Oh,
And she has one of,
that is adorable. That
with
is
her curly hair, because her hair is curly. So she could change to baseball caps and cowboy hats, as many hats, and it gives her a more casual look.
Yeah.
It's great to be able to alternate, so you're not always having the same wig on.
Oh my gosh.
I fell in love with Haley, and I just had to give her a second piece because see how the top is?
Yeah, I see.
So it doesn't have hair. So it makes it very light, very airy.
Wow.
And usually the girls go to this, like in the summer, it's much cooler. And that's her texture of hair when she didn't have her hair styled, because her mama got her hair styled all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And of course, we love our straight hair, don't we all? But she has an alternate wig. So when I do have these pieces there available for the patients, I love to give them a second piece because you just don't want to be always with the same hair look all the time.
And tell me a little about the upkeep. Has it been easy for her to upkeep and the washing, or is that something you take care of, Lillian? How does that work?
Right. So I do invite the patients to visit the salon and drop off the wigs. The fact that she has an alternate wig, she can have something to wear while she drops off that wig to be washed and styled.
Beautiful.
If now for holidays, if she wants to rock a couple curls in her hair and get some beachy curls in it, we will wash it and style it. Again, all these services are free of charge to all the recipients of Do Wonders. I want to make sure that scalp, the interior of the wig is always clean, that we maintain a healthy environment in her scalp, so that way her hair will promote growth. But it's just been a great adventure with Haley. It took us a while because wigs this size, this small, they have to be custom made. So that takes a little time for my wig maker, which I have somebody who makes. I don't make the wigs. I have somebody who makes the wigs for me.
Yeah.
So I design them, and I send all the information, and the wig maker starts doing her magic. And then we did a little cutting, and we just gave her a whole new look. And I think this is a look that you should rock from now on, Haley. What do you say? Yeah? Yeah. So thank God. Anybody who is in this situation, any listener out there who's in this situation, she's so blessed. Look at this family with her, supporting her and loving her. Without family, these children can't get all the resources they need.
Yeah.
I also ask the recipients that while they're in the hospital, they are to share, to say, hey, if you want a wig, right, to share with other families and other children that if they do have a need for wig, to please contact me. Word of mouth is unbelievable. So I'm really grateful. They can just reach out through their social worker in the hospital. Most of my referrals of the children do come from the hospitals.
Great. Oh, well, thank you so much. Wow. We still have 2 minutes left in the show. So what else, Lillian, and family, do you want to add?
Oh, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't say thank you enough.
Thank you so much.
It was a complete 360 from when she started and, how she felt after putting on her wig. It's her hair. It looks just like her. And we just really, really, really want to say thank you. What you do is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure. And I'm grateful for you because children like your child, like Haley, and your family is what inspires me to continue my work. You guys can find me, any of the listeners out there, you can find me on the dowonderscharity.org website. I'm on LillianLeeSalon.com. We are in 60 West Church Street in Bergenfield, New Jersey. My phone number is 201-837-6770. I invite everyone to take a look. If you know someone who needs a wig, as you can see, we've had the opportunity to present from, mature women to teenagers and preteen and children. I am grateful in this wonderful time that we are about to celebrate of Thanksgiving. I am thankful for you to trust me. And Haley, to you, I'm thankful for you for changing my life, because meeting you means everything, that I know that I did something to change the way that you feel about your chemo. And grateful to Jill, who has the opportunity to have us on this pod. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful, grateful Thanksgiving.
Yep, we all have a lot to be grateful for sure.
So much, especially for families like Haley.
Yeah. And Lillian, would you mind telling our viewers and listeners how we can reach out to you?
You can reach out to me at the dowonderscharity.org. 201-837-6770. I am in Bergenfield. Google me. I am all over Google. Need a wig. We accept donations. We are loving to see families like this so happy and thankful that now she's on amends and that she's cancer free. So thank you. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you all so much. Have a great day. And thank you to everyone today for being here with us. And thank you for sharing your experience and journey. I know it's not easy, but wishing you the best, and really very brave of you to come forward and speak like this, because you're doing so much for other girls your age and people all over the world. So thank you, and best of luck on your recovery, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye-bye.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Jill.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.